What's up? This is Cedric Welcome to my channel Backstage. We are about to get into FKA Twigs' brand new hit single video release, Tears in the Club. But before we do that, I need you to hit that subscribe button so we can get into this. Let's go.
Music, fashion, inspiration, creativity, elevating your dreams to a lifestyle and beyond just an activity.
Welcome back to my channel Backstage. This is Cedric Lee Bradley. We are about to get into FKA Twigs' Tears in the Club featuring The This track is very smooth, laid back, kick back track, which I really enjoy a lot. I am actually not new to FKA Twigs. I've been following her off and on over the last year or so when she was doing more of her pole dance artistry, which I love. I think that's just such a difficult, underrated art form. So I just kind of sort of have been checking her out over the last couple of years, just getting into her work, because I didn't really follow her more or less as a singer until about a year ago. But she is really amazing. I just found out actually today that she's actually British, which I didn't know. It explains a lot to me because of her style, which is very eclectic. She has a very kind of Soho Village British style mixed. It just gives you that ID magazine vibe, which I love. I mean, all the way from her makeup, her makeup design is just always on point. Her hair stylist is always on point. Something always non-traditional, or something that you don't really know as far as style is concerned. I think she could be possibly biracial. But she's very cool, and this video for me is quite powerful for many different reasons. I know she's had a long history of problems in her last relationship with the actor, you know, Mr. LaBeouf. Yeah, I don't want to go into that so much, but I feel like this is an extension from the title, Tears in the Club. You know how you just try to escape your own reality by going out, hanging out, trying to find a vibe, an energy to help get you through any painful moment, experience, or time that you might possibly be in. But I love that about this video, and also that the balance between where we would consider the party, the upbeat part, but it's just the whole video is kind of sort of faced with tears, and I find that so interesting that is like the main visual effect that kind of sort of keeps you focused on the imagery that they provide for the video, and rain, like those endless tears, you know, when you're in sort of that distressed time, or struggling, in pain, or confused, that's the imagery that they chose. It's the first thing you see. You know, her face, there's a porcelain mask of her face that breaks apart, and all you see breaking apart from tears, because it's actually kind of I think it's a digital effect, and in that forms. And I think that was very, very clever thing to do. Also, the thing that I find very interesting or very powerful is how they use choreography in this video. Once again, it's very grungy. Costuming for this video is very, very interesting because there's so many different textures and layers with leathers and prints. Guys wearing just mixture of, you know, non-binary, just very that look, you know, very eclectic and very different, and you can't really see who's who. I mean, I don't think that's part of the dialogue, but just to keep it, you know, let everyone represent who they are. I mean, we represent who we are anyway, as we, you know, do in this present time of going through acceptance and finding avenues and alleys for self-expression and who we are right now, and who we've always been, and just finding a place to feel comfortable. And I think that's very interesting for me. But I love the tank that she's dancing in. That she always has her element. That pole dancing is her signature, so it's great to see that. But I've had to watch that actual element so many times of her. She's so beautiful. Her body is just, you know, that's a lot of work. You know, it's a lot of training, a lot of investment in getting the technique to make that work and that effort look so easy. Underwater, I mean, it just looks, you know, that much more amazing, you know, seeing her do that. Vocally, she reminds me a lot of Doja Cat when she's not doing her rap voice, her rap singing voice. That's something completely different. But I love also the kind of the moody arrangement. She combines the whole element of that. Weeknd watching her And, you know, he's watching her in tears. I mean, you know, love is a two-way street. Unfortunately, and I've seen this, you know, in my past, being in a very aggressive or violent relationship is just not a great thing. Never will be a great thing. It is not acceptable and shouldn't be accepted. You know, regardless of who it is, of fame or name or success or money or power, everyone deserves to be treated with respect. That's that point. But yeah, I really love choreographically. I love that they do not play it front. They're moving on angles. There's not a set choreography that starts and stops just for the camera. That's to the front. You have people moving, doing solo bits in the front. You know, people doing the dolphin. You know, with the two guys crossing the back. And I always love work when there's not traditionally something that you can grab onto, because that's the thing that you don't need to have a lot of money invested to make something that's so interesting and captivating to keep the audience active and watching. You know, they really do capture your attention. So she has been working on her career. She's been, let's say, up and coming. She's been invested on her brand and creating her brand, which I'm very proud of, you know, for women, and also to be moving at the pace she's moving in the American market and not as an American artist is a very difficult feat. Even for American artists, it's a very difficult feat. So kudos to her for that. Let me know what you think. Leave me a comment in the comment section if you recommend anything else from her that I haven't seen or don't know. I'm very much a big fan of her, so I'm just checking her out right now. Hit that subscribe button, leave me a message in the message section, ring that notification bell, and we'll be back with another review right after this. Booyah.